Board games, board games, it's what I'm talking about. Board games, I'm not gonna shout. I am starting off this streaming with a little bit of singing. And over here, oh, I pressed the wrong button. I am all alone. I'm sitting here in my home. Today I'm going to be doing some game design. I might be having chaotic shenanigans. I won't resign from whatever people ask me to do. Although, the thing it's true that I get to veto 1 in 3 because I still get there's some control for me, but setting that aside, we're talking about board games, game making and chaotic shenanigans. It's what we're all about. Game making and chaotic shenanigans. I'm not gonna shout. Hey! And good morning, Sate. It is lovely to see you. Man, that's just it is a beautiful day, which is why you can see this slightly distracting thing in the mirror behind me. And I am Bez. If you want to take a bath, go ahead. I will be blethering about board games in some fashion. And yep, today it is some sort of game making and chaotic shenanigans. Now, I don't have a great camera setup, but we will see what happens. And I'll be chatting a wee bit about Idol Michael's thing that happened yesterday. And I played a game once. It was all right. I'm still not sure what I think. I'll play it a few more times. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, whoops. See if we can ponder some ways to make it better, or if I just need to give up on that particular thing. And hello, Matthew. It is lovely to see you today. Yeah, it is lovely to see the both of you. And let's start off by talking about recent highlights, living life and seeing the sights, recent highlights, playing games and other delights, recent highlights. So what games have other people been playing? What have you been enjoying recently? Myself, I played one game, which is... Where's my sheet? That's my sheet. I got a score of 0, which is perfect. And the fact that I got a perfect score is probably not the best sign. I mean, my mum got a score of 9 out of... 25 would actually be really hard to achieve. 25 means you used literally none of it. But anyway, it might be a good game. I don't know. I honestly, I'm not sure yet. I think this comes to the point of, you can't always tell after just one game. It's like, is there more here? Is this just really easy? I'll try it. I'll try playing it with some comics. Anyway, this is a read and write game because yesterday Michael started off the IdleCon, which is all about making a game, some sort of blank and write, and I had a read and write where you flip to a random page, and we used a cookbook that had lots of very long words, and so that was something. Maybe the long words actually make it easier, which is a weird thing, because ideally I think that the shorter words should be making the game easier, because someone who isn't so good at language would probably have books with shorter words in it. And, if you're a small child, then you could have a book with small words. But so this is actually the opposite of the way I want it to be, but I can't really fix that. So at least I can't think of a way to fix that. Maybe someone has an idea. I'll talk about that more later. What food have I eaten? Oh yeah, I had a 3.5 mince pies yesterday. Mince pie... I had, back to the kind of whole one meal thing, turkey sandwiches. I did go to the post office with my sibling, carried some very heavy stuff that had to be posted to Germany. Also, lighter stuff for Germany. I'm sorry, it's not a present for Xate. It is indeed. something for one of my siblings. I'm not going to go into it. It's some sort of creamy medical thing. But yeah, that's a thing that we sent over. It wasn't as much as I was expecting, which was a good thing. We were a wee bit disappointed by the number of people who were not wearing masks. I was expecting Scotland to be a wee bit better than London in that regard, but it's just not the case. For whatever reason, like maybe in a shop, I would say 90% of people indoors are wearing a mask. Outside, maybe 10, 15% of people are wearing masks. It just doesn't seem great. Anyway, hello Yoda, it is lovely to see you. And I'm just talking about recent highlights. What have you enjoyed recently? And so, yeah, have you made? I think Yoda made something like New Orleans. I think Yoda was a person who made Orleans the flip and rights game, right? So I think I saw that on the thing. I don't know, Matthew, are you taking part in this? Are you coming up with any ideas? But whatever you're doing, I hope you have had a good day. And Rob Harper, it is lovely to see you. And Rob, I got to chat with Rob very briefly. I chatted with Rob and Michael, like not Michael French, I mean, and also Chris Turner. And yeah, Yoda stayed up late making that. I saw it this morning. And Matthew hasn't done anything. Well, there is still time. There is still... Although if I say there's still time, then I'm kind of telling you, don't watch anymore. Go rush, Michael. Go rush Matthew. Sorry, go rush Matthew. And make an exercise and write, because someone really should make an exercise and write. That seems like a really fun idea. Me neither. Yeah. So much love. And how are you feeling today, Xates? Are you still feeling a bit rough? I mean, it's okay if you need to vent. Yeah, I saw that idea, clean up and write, or clean up and draw, whatever, where you do tasks or you do particular chores, and according to how much or how long it's taken you, I don't know, what would the randomization be? Like with the words, you've got the word length, you've got the letters used, you've got punctuation, you've got the things in the sentence. With that, maybe you've got the time that it takes you. Maybe you've got like, okay, if you clean up the dishes, how many plates happen to be on the side? I don't know if you leave plates on the side. We don't in this house. But if I were cleaning up back home, other people would, and I end up cleaning after other people. But anyway, so let's, if you, the level of ick you clean. So ickier gives you bigger shapes. Very subjective. Okay, so you've got to rate your ickiness from a 1 to 5 rating scale, and maybe the number. Or you could do a stopwatch. You could do that system, and then you start the stopwatch when you start cleaning, you finish it, and then it's some sort of modulo on that. Matthew, yeah, if you want to make something, go for it. And Rob's just got a bit more rules writing to do and a consultation with the design partner. I mean, this mysterious Chris, we know Chris Turner. We know who Chris is. You don't have to be, oh, my design partner, shrouded in mystery. Furniture from IKEA. Anyway, that is the recent highlights. Now let's talk about a brilliant thing. Brilliant thing. What's a little thing which is brilliant? What's a little thing which is brilliant? I'm going to say typography. Yes, typography. I really think that typography is brilliant, and I don't think I've ever... Well, you know what? If I end up repeating something after 243 episodes, well, I will repeat a thing. That is fine. I'm going to declare right now, I don't think I've ever done typography before, but if I have ever accidentally repeated something, then so be it. I just think that typography is brilliant because typography, it's about being able to read something, good typography, like consider typography. It allows us to read something legibly, with clarity, improve readability, but at the same time give a little bit of personality. And yeah, also, I guess it also comes down to the font choices that you choose. Oh wait, oh it's Chris O'Regan. Oh sorry, it's Chris O'Regan. I'm sorry, I got their surname wrong. Sorry, Chris O'Regan. And hello, Jos. It is lovely to see you. And we're talking about typography being brilliant. If you want to give a shout out to what is your, do you have a favorite font? I think that my favorite font is, I think it's called Meridian. That's what I normally use for the LDEC rule sheet, certainly in the expanded version in the second edition. And yeah, typography, pretty good. Shows. So let's move on and let's see if anyone wants to ask me any questionably quick questions for the next 10 minutes. I will answer anything, and I will also see how the internet is today and if I can actually get myself to do a double screen format using my mobile phone. Someone mentions and right, style terraforming Mars-ish game. That sounds cool. Terraform and right. Oh, so you would, yeah, I agree with Xate. Yeah, Terraform and right does sound like a garden game. Like how big a hill do you make? Like, okay, how big a hole do you dig? And then like maybe you draw, although right and then terraform would just be gardening because you're right drawing what you want to do and then you're terraforming it. So yeah, I mean, this is an interesting trend, people trying to gamify tasks. I mean, does that take the joy away from it? I don't know. I really don't know. Ignore. Okay, sorry, just let me okay, so if no one has any questionably quick questions, I guess I need to ask the question that I always ask everyone else. Where exactly in the world are you? What time is it? I am in Glasgow, sitting in a bedroom in the somewhere in Glasgow. I'm not going to say any more than that. I am surrounded by books. Up here, I've got comics and books about typography and animation and fighting fantasy and all the Edge comics, going from issue 1 up to... And then I've got World of Warcraft. For some reason, I really don't want that. And oh, there's Britannia, signed by Lewis Pulsifer. Not that keen on that either. Oh, GameCube. So I am in my room, surrounded by childhood things. I am very privileged to have a childhood room that my parents have allowed me to maintain. And that is exactly where I am. Yo says that Tahoma is their favorite font. I like that. And Xates is not trying to make a fun game at all, just trying to trick herself into doing the cleanup. There we go. Oh, that was. Plug that in. London, NL, 1112, working from home, having stuff by beds in the background, having a 3D printer printing next to me. Oh, sorry, Leiden. I don't know why I read that as London. Leiden. Okay, Leiden, Netherlands, and that's why it's 1112. Oh, lovely. No favorite fonts, as long as it's legible. And indeed, what are you printing? Let's see if... Can I get... Okay, so does really no one have any questionably quick questions? Let's see. Oops, this is all the chaotic shenanigans of me trying to get the microphone thing working. I'm going to maybe put that to the background for a moment. Why is that not? Let me put myself on so. Let me put myself on so. Is the echo gone? The echo should be gone. Is the echo gone? The echo should be gone. Oh. Is the echo gone now? Let me know if the echo's on now. Sorry about that, and thank you for. So will Bez forget the Netherlands again today, Dutch? What do you think? Yes, this seems to be a terrible. Yeah, it is a terrible habit of mine. I don't know why I keep forgetting that there is a country known as the Netherlands. Okay, that's no. Oh, sorry, I know what's gone wrong. Here we go. Okay, and Jos is printing a bracket for a Samla box for IKEA to hold ornament rolls. That sounds quite fancy. Okay. I know that this is obstructing a lot of the thing, but just because the floor over here is really weird, and I possibly need to construct some sorts of things, but yeah, this house is so old that the floors are really kind of bendy. Oxate wants a distraction. Okay, after this, I guess that's the end of the questionably quick questions. Okay. Taking 3 things out of here. Oh. I am not drinking beer. I have some water beside me. And you can ask for... No, I'm not doing that one. That's going to be my veto. So the 2 choices that you have are either improv haiku. You can either ask me to improvise a haiku. There we go. Improv a haiku, or invent a story about Xate and the object closest to me. So does paper count? Let's say invent a story about Xate and this. So either a haiku or a story about Xate and this cup. And Rob just got an Anachrony Infinity box, which is enormous. Congratulations, that sounds exciting. And Xate just got a shipping for notice for the expansion. So yeah, let me know which one of these things you want, Xate. And in the meantime, I guess I will explain how my game works. I just need a fine pen, a book, and a bit of paper. Okay, Xate doesn't care. Okay, I could then. Xate. No, maybe let's not make it about. And do you have any? Okay, what should a haiku be about? Maybe about trees. Or maybe about Michael. I think you'll appreciate. Okay, haiku. Oh, it's lovely to see you. I hope that you're having a generally good morning. Okay, and I will do haiku about Michael. Michael is someone who organizes things and is good at talking. I feel like I just burned through my syllables. Didn't have a lot of meaning in that. Oh, so you want something about you, okay. Xate makes chocolate in beautiful shapes and then sends them all with love. Okay, okay, fine. We'll have one about trees. That's the final one that I'm doing. Okay, and okay, trees. Okay, it's always been there, much longer than I have. I gaze lovingly. There we go. Okay, that's it. No, you don't. No, you had to be more specific. Oh wait, why am I putting it back in? I should take that out. That's the haiku done. And so, yep. No, you don't get to. You don't get to. I see what you're doing. I mean, you're not being the most subtle, to be fair, but yep. Anyway, so I hope that you enjoyed that, and happy pre-New Year's Eve. Thanks for the trees. Yeah, I don't genuinely. I feel like having a really good haiku. It's something where every syllable has to be really pondered, and if I wanted to take this seriously, I would actually probably have the thing and write it down, maybe ponder, okay, try to massage the syllables into something, try to cram as much meaning as I can, but not so much meaning that it's just overpouring. But yeah, it's gone forever. Memento mori. Anyway, lovely to see you both, and that is the end of the questionably quick question section. But you know, today, if anyone wants to ask any quick questions, then feel free to. And I am going to talk through. This is my. Hopefully, this works. There we go. That is a camera, and it is showing this bit of paper. So this is a lovely book by John Allison. I might actually use previous book just because that doesn't have a bit of paper in it. There we go. And I'll explain how this game works. This game is a game that I invented yesterday. You need to have a bit of paper. You could play along if you wanted, or you could just watch me play. It's entirely your prerogative. Make it into a 5x5 grid, and each turn we're going to get a random word. The length of the word determines what row it needs to be on. The letters within the words determines what letters I'm allowed to write. So I get to choose one of the letters in the word on the row dictated by the length of the word. And at the end of the game, I am going, or in mid-game, I am going to draw little lines through any word, and any letter that does not have a word through it, a line through it, is a penalty point. I'm trying to get the fewest penalty points I can. And hello, Alex, it's lovely to see you. I'm just trying out my game for the Idol MichaelCon and seeing if it's terrible or if it's not terrible. And let's see, can you see that? Yep, I think that's about okay. So word one is good. So good morning, the boy. Tim's in the garage. So good. That's a 4-letter word. So I can put G, O, or D. And those are pretty useful. And let me put an O here. So words can run left to right to left, top to bottom to top, this way, that way, this way, that way. But literally in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yep, 8 directions. Word number 2, we, W-E. Oof. Oh, I just don't want to go on space 2 so soon. Let me put an E here. E feels like it starts words, okay. Shy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Shelly, if it's more than 5, it wraps around, so I can put S, H, E, L, or Y. And words need to be at least 3 letters long, by the way. Elastic is too long. I can't think of anything. Maybe I'll put the S at the end. S is a good letter to have at the end. Okay. Wait, that was the same page I just flipped to. Manny. So M-A-N-N-Y. So that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letter word. Manny. M-A-N-R-Y. And it's in row 5 because it's a 5-letter word. Maybe, can I get a little bit more? I'm trying to see how I can. This has gone totally white. I feel like you can't see this at all. There, that's better. Manny. How about M here? Go! G-O. Oh, okay, maybe I'll use a G. I'm hoping for another G for Fallon. F-A-L-L-O-N. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm already struggling a lot more. That cookbook was so much easier. I feel like, yeah, the book. I feel like a comic makes it harder. I'm not sure. Fallon. Oof. Fallon. 2, 3, 5, 6. So in the first row, F-A-L-O or N. If I go F-E, then that's going to be feed, fear, fetid, fetid, ick, or pit. N-E would be really good because then I could get to 3-letter word. N seems like a solid choice. Let's go for N. Yeah, let's go for N. Snurfle. That's an interesting word. As in snurfle, sniff, sniff, sniff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Snurfle. So snurfle. I will put another E here. And yeah, sure, if you want to, after I've been through this a couple of times, if anyone else has got games, we can try them out on stream for sure. Now I've got a word, he's, H-E''S. Should that count as one word or two? Should it just be he, or should I allow for the contraction and say I'm allowed to do H-E or S on line 3? I don't know which one's better. Yeah, let's. One word says aqua. Okay, so as in he's in there, all right. So he's 3 letters, so line 3, he's sen, ness. Ooh. He's ni. Okay, if I put an E here, there's I think quite a few things that could go in this box. Why is the lights changing so much? This is, I think it's quite hard for you to see unless I put my hand to sort of shield from the light. Maybe if I angle it slightly. Does this help? Yeah, that does help quite a bit. No, it doesn't. Maybe I angle it even more, but then I can't write on it. Also, why is it dollar, not pound? Are you trying to cheapen it? Maybe add the words you start. Oh, sorry, that's about Aqua's game. So I turn to the same page. I don't think I should keep doing the same page. They, T-H-E-Y. That's 4 letters. Teen. Okay, teen is a good word. And so with teen, now I get to draw a little line. I'm going to use another color just to make it easy to see. And boom. Now I'll just show you on this camera. There we go. So that is my sheet so far. Oh, why is this camera? Okay, I think what's happening is that it doesn't want to focus on this because it sees this as not the main bits of the paper. So as long as I keep my hand here, I think it's going to keep it in focus. Okay. Right. Mr. MR, 2 letters. Oh, damn. There's only one place where this can go. So, well, either way, I'm ruining this. Well, I guess I'm putting an R here, hoping to get a D or a T to do something nice. Where's? WHERES, which Alex suggested should be one word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's on line 1 because it wraps around. WHER or S. Let me put an E here. I'm hoping for an O, and then I'll have ego as well as moo. That would be quite good. Come on. Now. N-O-W. Now. So, now. Oh, well, that's exactly what I wanted. So, with that O, I've got ego, and I have got moo. Excellent. So, I've used quite a few of those things. All. A-L-L. And that's 3 letters, so let's go for, let's hope I get a D or a T or a C in here, and I will go for an A, or A something. That seems like a sensible thing. And Dan says the light exposure thing is a common problem in uni lectures that do what I'm doing, basically keeping one hand on the paper. Mr. Should we allow repeat words, or should there be a rule about re-rolling or reflipping if you've already had the same words? I mean, that I'm not sure if that's the same panel, because there is someone called Mr. Mayor, and that's actually their name, Mr. Mayor in the story. But let me flip to the back. So, S-O, I'm just going to re-roll. What happens when you have completely filled a line is that you're allowed to go to an adjacent one. So S or O can go on lines 1 or 3 now, which is quite nice. S, ass, asp, ass, or test, or set. Yep, there's a few words. Riley, R-I-L-E-Y. Line 5. R-I-L-E-Y. Actually, I'm just going... Now that I think it's because of a smartphone being kind of smart, and... Riley... Oof. Is there anything that can allow me to use this word? So, boa. I could, if I do get a B in there, that could go boa, or ETA doesn't work. Champ, that's, asking for very specific letters. That's probably not going to happen. Like, I could go lamp or amp. Amp is a word, like an ampere. But anyway, I don't have those letters. So, Riley. Oh, this is actually a bit... I don't think I'm going to do anywhere near as well as... No, but I've only got 5 boxes, Alex. Amplifier totally doesn't work. I was thinking amp as in... Yeah, but I guess whether amp is an amplifier or an ampere, like Watson's amps, then it is a legit word in the English dictionary. Hey, Riley, which of these letters am I going to use? Oof. Imp. Oh, if I get to P, I could go imp. Oh, do I want to do that? But if I get to B, then that would also use this letter. Okay, I'm going to try... Yep, I don't know if this is a good choice, but hey-ho. And see you later, Rob. It is lovely to see you. I am noticing a problem with comics, that comics do tend to have a lot of the same words on the top left. I mean, maybe that should just be a nature of it. So it was my fault that I chose this book, and it's just using the word Riley again, exactly the same. I mean, what do you think? Should I be allowed to reflip? Because reflipping makes the game more balanced, but not reflipping means that you kind of are playing more into the nuance of the books. So if it's a children's books, which always starts every single page with the word the, then that's going to be... Maybe pick a Bible next time, says Dutch Yoda. I don't have one near me. But anyway, Riley Mill. Oh, yep, I'll put an L here just in case I get Riley again. But so I'm allowed to repeat words, but I'm not allowed to repeat pages. That's what we're going with. And random page. A, E-Y. Okay, so that's a 2-letter, E or Y, on lines 1 or 3, because lines 1 has already been filled. Era, boom, yes. And era, that means that I've also used these 3 letters. So I've used all of these. I've used ego, mu, era, and hopefully we'll be able to get to use the other ones. We'll see what happens. About halfway done. Also, ALSO, line 4. Ras. Toss. Am I still hoping for an L here? I think I am. Toss. Sot. Sot is a word, I'm fairly sure. Sot. Let me double check Collins English Dictionary, which I'm fairly sure sots as in a drunken person. Although it might not be letting me check it right now because of... Oh, there we go. S-O-T. Yep, a habitual drunkard. Excellent. So I've got the word sot. My, M-Y. So that's a 2-letter word. It would normally be in line 2. I put it in lines 1 or 3 because those are 2 things. My neem, mean. Oh, that's not a word. Sem, torm. Tory. Ooh, is Tory a word? Like, you know, or e, me. I wonder if Tory is actually a word, like a conservative person. I'm just going to double check. Like sometimes they're like, oh, is that okay, it's an adjective. Brilliant. It's not a proper noun. So a Y there, and I go with Tory. There we go, boom. And I will flip to look, L-O-O-K. So on line number 4, I get to put down the letters L, O, or K. Lose, boom. That is perfect. Okay, so I've only got 2 unused letters currently. Shelley, again, S-H-E-L-L-E-Y. So that's line 2. Shelley, and that's lines 1 or let me Shelley C S-E-A. So that is now go G-O. So that has to be on line 3. Okay, I'm going to put an O, just hoping that the S continues something for that word. Now, I really think I need a K or an L on the bottom. And death spasm without an A. D-E-T-H-S-P-A-S-M. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 letters. So one of the death spasm letters needs to be here. Sod is clearly a good word. That's a 3-letter word. That allows me to use the D. Death spasm. So I've got the word sod. And only 2 turns left. I'm hoping to get a B and an L. I think I'm well. W-E-L-L. Okay. I'm thankful for that. And the final letter, which I probably haven't set things up well enough. Shell. Not Shelley, but just shell in this particular panel. S-H-E or L. Hua, Sua, Hawas, Hua, E or L. Yep. M-E, Etsy. Yep, I think whatever I choose here, S-H-E or L. S-H-E or L. Emmy. Yeah, none of these work. So I'll just arbitrarily put in an S. And my final score, because there was 1 letter that I was not able to use in any of the words, was S. If I'd gone for E here, then I would have gone for smile. And that would have actually been a better pick. So actually, I could have won. I could have won with a perfect score if instead of, I think that was well, and then I put down the L, I could have had mile, and then I could have turned it into smile. Oh man, oh well. So I got 1 point, and how long did that take me? When did I start? About 20 minutes? I don't know. 20-ish min. And so, yeah, that's the game. Let me know what you think. Last night, after I played it, I was saying that I felt like maybe it needs something more, but I'm no longer sure, because it feels like there's a bit going on. It doesn't seem like it seems like it's non-trivial. I mean, it feels like a lot of the time you might be ending up with a score of one or two, but it feels like a non-trivial challenge. So let me know what you think. Now in the comments we've got bits of feedback on Yoda's thing. Each time draw 2 cards. Yeah, I agree. At any point during a round, you may upgrade the collected population by using combinations to do so. But where were you at 4 a.m. when I finalized it? Asks Dutch. And so we've got some proofreading and rewriting going on in the comments, and Sate's being super helpful and lovely. And so, yeah. Sate was sleeping. So I think I want to try that game once more. Let's try with a different book. Let's try with something a bit different. Let's try with... Actually, I was thinking Gamer's Brain, that's a good book. Let's try with Trigger Happy by Stephen Poole. This was a good book. I can't remember why I put these bookmarks on it. But yeah. Let's have one more round using Trigger Happy as my seed. And I'll take the silence as meaning that no one is excited by the game, but no one has much to contribute either, which is not the best sign for a game. You want to obviously be exciting people ideally, but given that it's a game that all you need is a bit of paper and a book, it feels like possibly a good enough game to just have up somewhere and suggest that other people play. Anyway, we're playing with Trigger Happy, Video Games and the Entertainment Revolution by Stephen Poole, which is a book that I've not read for years. I might have a reread of it. And Get. Yeah, I don't think you can count... I don't think you can count the headers, because otherwise it's always going to be trigger every single time. And so it's got to be the first word ignoring any headers. So get. Get is word number 1. G, E, or T. Let's start off with an E. E is always useful. Which. W-H-I-C-H. That's 5 letters. And I don't like any of these. I will go with slew. How can I fit? C seems not too bad. Like if I get another H in. Scrolling. Oof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So on line 4, I need to have one of the letters from scrolling. Scrolling. Maybe I'll move over. And so it can be literally, just to clarify, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can be anywhere on line 5. The letters for scrolling. So if I am planning to make that an H, then I guess that should be maybe an I. Cated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cated. And I will do an A. I'm thinking cat, cart, ales, fig. Do we really allow fig? That seems really incredibly like it's going to make the game harder. But, I mean, I guess so. Given that I just got 1 point, which is 1 point short of perfection. Yep. Fig. Fine. F-I-G. Like, I just wasn't sure because it's fig 13, like a little. It wasn't a fig that you eat. It was a, the picture, the caption, fig egg, fig e, fig. Okay, I don't think I want any of the letters here, but elate. Maybe I put in an I. Vowels are good, but I don't want to have nothing but vowels. Video games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Video games. So I have any of the things from video games. Well, clearly I'm going to put the S. I don't have any S's yet. Cast, that's early. It could be cash, it could be cast, it could be case. Early. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, early is 5 letters, which means that I am putting this in here. Acknowledgements. Wow, that's fairly late in the book. Ah, okay. But yeah, acknowledgements. How many letters is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Acknowledgements. Oh, is that definitely 15? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, 15 acknowledgements. I'm going to go for cases. Boom. Oh man. I mean, I'm actually quite enjoying this game, even if no one else ever likes it. I've enjoyed the process. And it's like, for every game, it's what do you intend for it? This isn't a game for publication. This is a game for someone who's got a book and a bit of paper and a pen. Might, as in might as well jump. M-I-G-H-T, that's 5 letters. So because the 5th row is full, I go here. So might. Oh, an H. That's exactly what I wanted on the 4th row. Thank you very much. ISS. Okay, so we're ignoring the page header. So we're ignoring the fact that it says index. ISS. In, for example, ISS Pro Evolution. So I or S on the 3rd row. Ace. Let's put an S here. Oh, maybe that was a terrible move. I don't know. I'm starting to regret it. Have. H-A-V-E. Have. Oof. I could do hive. And then if I get another E, E is fairly common. I mean, this is kind of the... I mean, maybe I'm just scoring well because I've played a lot of word games, but you know what's likely to come up in a word. I know that I'm likely to get another E. So, yeah. I'll put a V in there. Gambling on another E. And which page? Early. E-A-R-L-Y. That is 5 letters. Early. Yeah. Boom. Hive. And C. I feel a sense of accomplishment. That's good. Trigger. That's the title page. I should try and flick from somewhere in the middle in future. Trigger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Trigger. Oh, wow, this game, it's been a lot down here. Trigger, chair. Could go cheer, hoping to get an R, but what's the likelihood of getting an R in a 1 or 6 letter word? Chet, trigger, cheg. Oh, but her. Oh, if I put R, then that's at least got her. And that's a 3-letter word, which I could do. But then what do I put up here? Then this is, man, this is not easy. I mean, I really don't know where to put any of the letters that form in the word trigger in the 2nd line. That's what I'm pondering. Where do I put this one? Trigger. Do I go G and hope for an R, or do I do her and then try to make a word this way or potentially that way, or because it could be imp or in INN, or it could be her, herb, herb. Like, I'm going to go with an R because at least I've got a 3-letter word. Okay. These. THESE. So that is a 5-letter word, which means that I need to put it here. These. I could put an S in here to get hives. S is pretty good. I could potentially make a 4-letter word here. I'm strongly considering that. Yep, I think that is the logical choice. So now I've got hives with WITH. And so that's a 4-letter word. Line 4 is full. I go to line 3 with ish. I could have wish. With sight. Boom. Sight. Yes. Nice. Oh, yep, I'll hopefully get that with something on the vertical. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's exactly the same page as before. I don't know, like maybe I just have to do it, even though I really don't want to. Yeah, I think that's what it should be. That you can't do the same page twice in a row. You can't. So if it's the same page twice in a row, but if it just keeps coming up, then that's your tough luck. So you need to. So Fig, I guess I'm doing an I. Let's try and get this properly randomized. But BUT. Okay. We have had really few things in the first 2 rows, but I could do sit. I could do, and then that could go to sight or something. Yep, I could do that. Yeah, let's do that. And that way I'm currently using all my words. Yes, you have to stick to one book. You have to stick to one book for the whole game. Industry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Industry. So again, that would be line 3, but we're going up. Industry. Industry. I or you or R here seems like a good choice because TR, TI, industry. Let's go with an I because then that's S and T. It feels like if you can't go on the right row, you should only get letters as choices from the start of the word. Because so you are still dictated. It's still, rather than going on row 3, I have to go on row 2. So what you're suggesting, because then that would mean that at the end, the only thing is that would mean that in the previous game, when we've only got 1 letter left, you're almost guaranteed that you're not going to be getting an exactly 5-letter word because there's 1 in 5 chance, and then you don't even get a choice, which feels not great. Whereas if you're still able to use anything in the words, then it feels like I almost feel like you need, if anything, more flexibility at the end to be able to get a perfect run. But yeah, are you saying, like, it feels like that's punishment for something you don't have any control over. Although I could see an argument for saying, okay, if you don't do that, then you're allowed to go anywhere rather than going to the next adjacent row. But then the final turn feels like it would be problematic. Let me skip through a few times, and we'll do this time. But, okay, well, going with that word again, but, B, U, or T. Ooh, tit. Ret, rot, rat. Yep, I'm liking this. T. And all I need is a vowel in the middle. 1. O-N or E. That's... It's funny how this has gone. O-N or E. Well, I'm going to go with rot, quite clearly. And now everything is just going to be on the first line. Never. Should never ending be one word? I mean, using the logic that Alex said, that it is one word. Oh, hello, Michael. I'm just playing a game. So, Michael, do you think that, and I see your words. I don't see your face, but I see your words. Hello. Do you think that never ending is one word or two? Let's call it one word. I mean, it gives me 2 more options, so I can do a D or a G. Never ending. My favorite kind of Michael, next to Michael in space. Okay, never ending. Hern? Is that a word? No, I don't. Ion. Ion's a word. Boom. Boom. In your face. I don't know why I'm so aggressive when it's just something I say. Like, I should probably try and work out something. Boom. I did it. It's like, just say that. Or boom. I managed it. 2, 3, 4. Another but. But I need to do some better flipping so I don't get bots every other round. And Michael agrees it's hyphenated, so never ending would count as one. And yeah, some people were up very late, such as Yoda, who was up at like 4 a.m. apparently. And anyway, but I'm not. Oh, I could do a T here or a T there, and I get sit or taught, which are words. Or I could, yeah, T here. I think that T here seems good. And then I'm hoping to build up a 4-letter word. Let's see how that goes. Let's see if I can manage to get another perfect score. As, A or S. Okay. As, do I pluralize or go for the vowel? Well, I'm always going to have a vowel. So with this game, you always get access to a vowel because you always get access to something from the word. So let me go with the S at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rules. R-U-L-E-S. Okay. I think I'm hoping for an A. Maybe that was a bad choice. Fig. Fig again. I feel like I keep coming... I mean, it's probably completely different figures, and here's Resident Evil anyway. Fig. Yeah, I feel like I made some bad choices, and that time I finished with a score of 3, which feels like a disappointment. Oh wait, I've got sits at least. I had sits, so I've got a score of 2. Oh, and sir. I missed sir. Yeah, I've got a score of 1. That's not too bad. Yeah. And yeah, theoretically, if I'd thought more about the diagonals, I might have been able to do. Yeah, Fig is because I keep going to pages with photos, so I'm counting the captions, not just book test. Yeah, exactly, Xate. So, like, here's another fig. Fig 8, Crash Bandicoot 3, a cartoon you can play with. And yeah, because they're all in black and white. Yeah, there's a lot. This is a book all about the growth. It's by Stephen Poole, who did write for Edge magazine, and yep, I really like this book from what I can remember, but it's been years since I read it. Anyway, so that was me playing with that thing. You missed me playing it with Scary Go Round Volume 3. But yeah, any other thoughts? I mean, honestly, I know that I talked about having some additional bits, but I'd leave out the captions probably, says Xate. It feels like, okay, so we're just doing edge cases. Is the game, does it need to be changed? Like fundamentally, is it working? It feels like it's working to me. Yeah, you definitely need to grab a book. But yeah, it feels like it's working. I mean, I feel happy about this, and for sure it would not have existed were it not for Michael's stream. Let's try and... I feel like I want to play it one more time, just with a different book, just to see how it changes, which is a good sign. I've got... Let's go for a programming book. Let's see how that works out. Or maybe I should go for a book that I wrote, like my diary. Yeah. Have I actually... Sorry, I'm just looking at... So this is my diary, and this much of the book, this is from 1999, and this much of the book was actually written in, this much of the book was never written in. That's just, wow. Oh. Anyway, I'm going to close that, and shall we... Action script might be interesting because there's a lot of weird words in there. There's... Or driving theory test. I should probably get rid of this because it's from a few years ago. I've never passed my driving theory test, but yeah. That's a lot. Wow, this would be completely different. Oh my gosh, this is like so many three-letter words. I'm actually quite, yeah. Oh, Xate wants to make me do something to break up the stream. Xate says, grab something mid-weight, no cheating. But don't we want to test the extremes? Like, don't we want to sort of see what... Like, what would that book be like if you play it with the driving theory test, where it's mainly three-letter words? I'm really curious about that. Yeah, the cookbook was the one that I used with my family. No, I'm not doing that. And anyway, let's do this. So I get to pick 3 things and veto one of them, and Xate picks one of the remaining 2. How about next round, I read words to you from the book nearest to me. Either drink something. I mean, that feels like an expensive way to spend your points. A new game song, if you want. I'll have to improvise it. Or brainstorm. I feel like I don't want to brainstorm a game right now while I'm in the middle of trying this one. So I'll put that in the thing. So either a new game song or drink something. I mean, one of these seems like the clear choice to me, but let's... There we go. Can you read that? Is there a tiebreaker for... Oh, for my game. Oh. Yeah, if you're playing multiplayer solitaire, maybe you want to have a tiebreaker. Maybe the tiebreaker is number of how many letters you actually managed to use. Song. Okay. Do you want it with or without the keyboard set? Do you want it a cappella? Why am I putting these back in? Do you want it a cappella or do you want it with keyboard? No keyboard. Okay. Let me. Okay, because this is just a once a day thing, I will go. Is there a way for me to get a random game from Board Game Geek? Just to help me. Okay, I'm going to just trying to see if I can find a random game. Okay, I will look up a game that probably someone will know. Okay, I'm not going to say anything more about this game, and we will make this an official Guess the Song moment. Where's that banner gone? Guess the song. Guess what board game it's I'm singing about. Please don't be a jerk and please don't shout. Please don't guess twice in a row. Let other people have a go. The first correct answer gets 1,000 points. Everyone else also gets guesses or just copies the answer within a minute gets 500. Yeah, that needs some sort of song. Anyway. So, I'm going to sing about we are wandering around a building. We are creeping but what do we see? We are trying to be stealing, and we're going to get out of here easily. Or maybe not, because there's a guard. And suddenly this task seems hard. But hey, there's a noise over there. And where did the guards go? We're going to get out. Try to not shout. Some of these treasures just slow us down. We're going to get out. Try to not shout. Some of these treasures are just slowing us down. Now I got this game at a con. You know its name? It's Essen, and this is kind of meta commentary. All of these clues are of literally no use unless you know literally everything about me. And it was when someone drew a cat on a wall, and then I gave them a few games. And then Tim's wife said, which game that you spy would you like? And then gave me one in return. Yeah, that's the thing. And has it been a minute? So I will admit that maybe my terminology may not have been completely accurate. And maybe I should have said loot earlier on. But regardless, you've already worked out the answer to this song. So congratulations. Yes, it was, of course, Burgle Brothers. Congratulations. So Idol Mike L, you get 1,000 points. And Will Cook for board games gets 500 points. Wow, 4,000. That's a ridiculous number of points. Simply the best. Better than all the rest. Look, I get that you want to give me words from one of your books, Sate, but I am now really, really wanting to see what it would look like. Maybe we can go through a couple of quick games. Maybe we can do both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I'm quite happy with this just because it's quick to set up. It doesn't take too much space. It doesn't take too much material. Does that even count? I think unless it's an actual word, in which case you turn to the next thing and the word is driving, which I think, yeah, driving is going to probably come up a lot in this game. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Driving, one of those letters on line number 2. Driving, let's go with N. Oh, maybe I should have done the vowel. Maybe it's easier to do three letter. Maybe I should have done that. U. Y-O-U. So that's 3. I will go with that. Driving again. Yeah, I see a potential problem with this game. It feels like certain words, like maybe chapter headings, if it's, I don't know, I'll see what happens. Driving. The, C-H-E. Okay, so I could go for ants. Pedestrians. How many letters is that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Pedestrians. Oof. I've got to... Oh, perfect. Ant. That's just what I was wanting. On. O-N. Yeah, this is a very different game. O-N. Okay. U. Y-O-U. Okay. Toy or two. I mean, I know I could put it in any of these 3 spaces, but it's just easy for me to think. So I'm going to go for toy, and then I guess I'm hoping for any or you again. That's not great. You. York. Goy. How? Yog, goy, guy. Okay. So if I get to G, then that would be if. I-F. Yeah, you can tell the kind of typical word length where the other book, it started from the bottom and went up, and this one. So I-F. You again. Oh my god, this is so... Oh, I could have just done the words Y-O-U. That was such a terrible idea. Why did I not just think to do Y-O-U? Oh, I'm disappointed in myself. Okay, now I've messed up. I can't do U. Okay, so I've got to now think about the diagonals or going backwards or going up and down. Maybe O is going to be the easiest thing, and maybe I'm hoping for fruit here. If I'm really lucky, maybe I'll get fruit. You again. Yeah, driving theory test questions is just you, the pedestrians, you, why, you, where, look, who, you. Yeah, there's a lot of yous in this book. Okay, you. Y-O-U. Oh, okay, so I'm going to put a you because this is full, so I go up to an adjacent line. So I'm thinking books or took or rook. Skidding. Okay, cool. At least it's a different word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's in line 3. So I'm allowed to go either in line 1 or 4 because it needs to be kind of spills over. Skidding. Okay. Boon. Skidding. Yep, I'll go with an N here. What? WHAT for 4 letters. Tune. Tune is definitely a word, isn't it? What? But if I go tune, then how could I extend that to the bottom? Ota, ato, uto, off, shoop. This is tune. Rune, kun, loon, loon, hoon, oh, I could go for woo. WOO, that would be, yeah. Yam? Maybe I just put in the A here because I think I'm going to be a bit short on. I guess I'm going to get a lot of the and you in this. So maybe I go for an A here. You. Yeah, this book is almost broken. You. YOU. I'll have to research how to do the hustle. I will write that down in a minute. YOU. I'm not happy with this. Okay, I'm going to put an O here. And I will. Okay, so basically the first time that this gets picked up, I need to actually learn. Is that when you kind of stand up and you do kind of this? I'm not sure what the hustle is about. The book is not about me, Yoda. The book is driving test questions. It's just saying you are driving on the country roads. What should you expect to see coming? If you're motorway, you'll feel drowsy. What else to drive? You must be in heavy. You see the sign. In windy conditions, you are turning left. You are driving along, braking hard. Anyway. Let's me get a bit of flipping going on. And now, you. Oh my gosh. You again. You. Okay. I feel like if I'd actually predicted that I was just going to get you, I could have just done you on every single line. Pretty much. Okay. Yay, I think is a word. Let's go with yay. At least it's gender neutral, says Yoda. Yep. What? Okay. Let's go with a T. That seems like the... Oh, yep. I'm not going to get my fruits. You. Again, you. Oh. You. I'm not... This just feels like punishment over and over. Okay, you is a 3-letter word. Oh, wait, I just cheated. Oh my gosh, I just cheated. I put the Y here. I need to... no one picks me up on that. I can't put the Y here. I needed to... And so I need to put a Y here or here. And so... Yeah. Oh, man. I would have put a Y here. And I would have put... Now I'm actually putting something here. And this is going to be my lowest scoring game of this. Yawn? Is yawn a word? Like, look at yawn child. Let me double check. Yes, yawn is a word. Boom. Phew, okay. So I've managed to use at least 9 of the letters. Pedestrians, again. Pedestrians, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Pedestrians is 11, so it goes on here. Suit, boom, nice. Finally, I get a break and I'm able to score off suit. Yes, phew, I was really worried that I would, yeah, I could have just done yo-yo. That would have been a, doing you and you again repeatedly does allow it to take advantage of, but though. Round yon virgin mother and child, exactly. A good use of the word yon. In, I-N. So this is where it gets pretty hard because I only have 2 letters to choose from. And this is the weird thing about this game, that, okay, I quite like the idea of putting an N here, or an N here could be noon, tan, but, oh, if I put an N here, it could also be none. Oof, I like this, none. Yes, none and noon. Boom. Oh, okay, so I'm just missing out on the I, O, and A. I'm not doing too badly. I feel like I'm bringing it back. Okay, and let's see what happens. New. Yes, a different 3-letter word, N, E, or W. Which one will I go for? N, E, or W? Ton or not, or well, I need to put it in line 4 because remember, Bez, you invented these rules just a day ago. How can you have already forgotten? So tan, that's what I'm going to go for. And boom. Now there's one letter I'm definitely not going to use, but I think I can probably use this. So I might be able to get down to a score of 1. Let's see what happens. What? Okay, what? Tot. Yep, and tot seems like a good thing. Tot. In. I-N. Okay. In. Yan. I'm going to put it here, hoping to build left to right. And remember, I had to scroll this out, so... Oh, that's a nice breeze. What? You can get a clear sense of the words that start a question. What? Tit. Tit is a good word, and it could... And then I could go for toy, knowing that I am likely to get another couple of U's. When? Okay. I'm going to go for an N, because T blank N, I think that's pretty much guaranteed to give me a word, whether it's net or nut or not or knit or tan. Yeah, literally any vowel would work. So I'm boom, you. So not, and there we go. And so I finished with a score of 1, which is not exactly perfect, but yeah. I don't know, is that a game? Like, would I want to play with this book again? I don't think so. Would I want to have Xate on stream? Like, if Xate is wanting to come on stream and read random words from that? Yes, absolutely. Xate, if you want to join on, like, I will, if you feel presentable, like, I would love to have you on. That's a link for Xate. And so, yeah, Xate, you could shout words, or not shout words, but say words. Because remember, we're not going to shout, apparently. Oh, I mean, if you come onto StreamYard, though, the lag, even if you're in private chat, the lag will be slightly better, because then in private chat, that is a problem, the lag, because then I'll end up having to wait like 30 seconds or something every time. But we could have, so Xate doesn't want to come on camera, but you could be off camera. That could work if you want to be off camera. Like you could be audio, or you could be in the background and typing. Maybe that could be an option, or we could try and see how bad the lag is. I will highlight your next comment as soon as you type it, so we will see how bad your lag is. Whenever you've typed your comments, I will comments. There we go. How long was that? Oh, no, Xate's video. People are disappointed. People clearly want to see that. I was waiting for you to say go, though. So how long is the lag between seeing this and you typing it? Because, yeah, as soon as I see your face, not bad. Okay, let's go with it then. Okay, let's start with that. What was the book you said something about? Good night stories for rebel girls. Yep, that sounds interesting. I'm expecting a lot of short words from this. We will see how this goes. And yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel slightly unsatisfied that, you know, this game, I've done literally zero work on it. I've just been playing it once. Okay, once. So that's 4 letters. 4 letters, line 4. Let me start off with an O in the middle-ish. Okay, once. Okay, next word. Okay, what's the next word? Once upon a time, there was a person who liked to rhyme whilst waiting for Xate to... Nope, we can't use this book. Why not? Does it have once at the start of every single page? Is that what you're saying? That once is at the start of literally every page? Okay. Okay. In that case, do you want to use the other book? I'll keep the O here, but flip to the other one that you mentioned. The utterly uninteresting and unadventurous tales of Fred the Vampire Accountant. That actually makes me really want to read it. Good night stories for rebel girls. I'd already heard about that. Quite fancy to go of that. Okay. Fred the Vampire. Starting off. Safe. That's also 4 letters. Did I go for the S here? Let's go for, yep. Yep. S. Okay, I've got it. Safe. Sorry about that. Cursing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cursing. Cast. I'm going to go with I've no idea what kinds of... I feel like it's actually more exciting with a book that you've never read before and you have no idea what kinds of words are going to come up with. Okay. Next word. So, yeah, is this something that anyone here... I mean, I'll hear from Michael at least what Michael thinks. But chemistry. Chemistry. Line 4, chemistry. I could go with SOT. I could go with Yeah, let's go with sought, which is my first word. Boom. And now, pumpkin themed. Oh yeah, we decided that having a hyphen in the middle makes it one word. Pumpkin themed. 13 letters, so it's line 3. So pumpkin themed, let's go with rest. Yeah, let's go with an E here. I'm feeling good about this. Okay, I. Well, that doesn't give us many options. To be fair, this is actually in however many games. How many games have I played today? 1, 2, 3, and I played one last night. 4. So in 4.5 games, this is the first one-letter word. That's interesting. Oh, ire. Like Days of Ire, Nights of Fire. Affixed. Affixed. 7. Let's go with a vowel after the R. Affixed. And yeah, if I do tend to end up with a score of 1 or a score of 0, is that a problem? I think that, as Alex says, maybe all it needs is a tie-break system, in which case, yeah, it's the number of different letters that you manage to use. Crystal. Crystal, is that the name of a person, I guess? Krystal. 7 again. Let's go with ret. Oh man, I should have done an A here. Oh, that feels like a mistake. I should have done an A. Crystal. Ray. Crystal. Morning, Rob. And do you want me to tell you the rules, or do you want to continue playing the game? Sorry. I'm assuming this is a word for me. Sorry. SORRY. So that's line 5. Sorry. I'm going to put an S here. I'm not sure. Yep. Page 94. Okay. And so we've got Robert and Sate working together to find a word. Periodontist. Wow, that's a big word. Periodontist. 12 letters. Periodontist. Periodontist. Oof, I've got a D. Oh, I could go with an S. Oof. Let me go with a D. Boom. I've got read. Yes, I'm happy with this. And in, so, oh, that's a 2-letter. That's not good for me. Why didn't you give me a, yeah, I didn't leave myself with much choice here. No, only one person needs to find a book, Robert. Read, oh, I don't, I'm going to find an I and then hope that I get something going down or going up. So basically, just to explain that, I don't mean to take away from it, but one person's shouting out words, and then the words determine what you can draw and where at. So that's 2 letters. So normally I could go on line 2, but because line 2 is full, I go up or down to line 1 or 3. At A or T. Words need to be at least 3 letters long. I'm going to go with a T. Oh, I think that might have been a bad choice, but I've drawn it now. I've drawn the letter. Subdued. Subdued. Again, subdued. 2 lines, 7 letters long. So it's in the second row, subdued, and acts. I think the only thing that could really go here would be a C, acts. And this is, I feel like I should be able to think of this quickly, but I am genuinely struggling. I feel like I might be able to get a perfect score, but just needs to subdued. Oh, I could go up and go with bet. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Bet. Boom. Okay, subdued. Whew. Okay, finally saw it. Bubba. Bub-a. 5 letters. That could go bot. Bots. Is bots a word? Like short for robot? I'm going to check the dictionary. I'm fairly sure bots is a word, right? Yeah, bots. Cool. Bots is totally a word. Bot. And then I could have abs. Yeah, let's go with that. B. Yeah. Okay, I'm happy with how I've used Bubba. Now we've got subterfuge. Good word. Subterfuge. 10 letters, so subterfuge. Subterfuge. Sunsat. Tos. I guess I'm starting to have to think. I could go with S, and if I get an I, that would work for this. Okay, subterfuge. And Robert mentions that bots is used a lot in computing, for example, bot attack. Anyway, we've got another 2-letter he. So, that. Oh, I could go with that and hopefully get that, or than, or thar, or yep. Or team, tear. I think that going for H probably opens me up to more, and also I can work this way. So just so you know, Robert, you can work all 8 directions. It's like a word search. We can call it make your own word search. Yet, Y-E-T, third line, Y-E-T, let's go with the, boom. Flapping, flapping, line 3. Okay, I guess I am putting in then. Okay, so there's just 3 letters that I've not managed to use yet. I feel like this is really spoiling the story, says Xate. What, just the random words that you're telling us, or your own glimpses of the surrounding sentences? Properly. 8. Okay, so now I get to go to line 4 or 1. Properly. 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 Val. Thap. Properly. Properly. Yes, I can extend claimed words, Robert. Properly. Properly. This is not going well. I am not happy about this. Properly. Tot. Let me go with, sun. Properly. Of course, sun. There we go. Got it. And yes, in second column, yep, I could do bet, and I can use letters for multiple things, but you just need to do something else. Yeah, I could have done something ending in INES, but lines, but hey, I can always do a 3-letter word. Wow. For 3 letters. Wow. Due. But how can I use this? I guess I need to do abs and an I. Wow. Oh, I could do O. And then theoretically, if I get D, that could also work with do, a deer, a female deer. Okay, let's go with O. Although I realise that I've left myself with not much. Okay, rafters. E-R-S. So line 2. So unless I get line 1 or 5, I can basically choose whichever I want now because I can go up or down. Rafters. That. I could go with that. I could go with abs because I need... Oh, I could go with toe. I need toe. I think I definitely need abs, and that uses one that I've not used yet. So go with that. Rafters. Yeah, I guess it feels like it needs something extra. SIPS. S-I-P-S. Like this is the basic version. In level 2, there's something else. Like whether it's using as many letters as you can, or making the longest, or maybe you're not allowed to make 3-letter words anymore. I don't know. This definitely feels interesting. I'm enjoying it. But SIPS. S-I-P-S. That's line 4. S-I-P-S. So is S-O-E. Is that a word? I already said S-I-S. I could put in sis. But maybe I should think about things on the top. Because I could have a T or an I or a D here. And let's go with, yeah, let's go with an I here. Sis. Corpses. 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 Sorry, I didn't highlight that. Corpses. Oh, I'll go with S because that's a terrible thing. Because that gives me sin, and I just need to use these final 2 things, and then I've got the perfect game again. Feels like once you've done the perfect game, then you've basically beaten the book. But if you're playing multiplayer solitaire, then for sure. And jeans. Sat. So if I do a here, that would be sat, or it's tas. Oh, I would get sat that direction anyway. So yes, I will do, and this is the final one, just one more. So come on, give me one. It. Boom, hat. It does occur to me, if I were not allowed to use 3-letter words, this would be much more difficult. I think this would be like twice as hard. Also, trying to use as many different letters as I could. Oh wait, my I never noticed that my thing ran out. I was too engrossed in the game. This is my phone ran out of battery because I forgot to plug it in. Sorry about that, everyone. Sorry. I'm really sorry about that. That must have been really unexciting. I mean, really boring, watching me just repeat words. But this is how it got. So I managed to use everything again. When I look at anything other than, I did use the A-E-I-O-N-R-S-T. Of course I did, because those are the things. I also used H and B and that was literally it. So I only use, oh, and D. So I used 11 letters. So yeah, how would you make this game harder? Is this game just a bit too easy? Do I want this game to be harder? Do I want it to be, okay, let me try and see how many letters I can use. Let me try and see, like, write a list of the alphabet and then see how many of them I can get through. Going for 3 letters, but trying to use more of 3+ letters words. Out. Let me move that there so it's not in my hair. I do think that 4 letters is so much harder than so I don't score for hat and that. I don't score for the words. It doesn't matter how many times I've used them. It just matters whether I've used them at all. So literally all of the words have been used, and that is a perfect score. So in my previous game, let me try and show, there was one. So there was this one game where I used this book, which was much harder if you weren't prepared for it, the driving theory test questions. That was quite a unique challenge because of the way the book's made up, and definitely it felt different doing different books. I don't know if it, and I had a score of 1, which was less than perfect. I feel like once you've managed to get perfect, like the second objective, once you've managed to get perfect, is how many letters can you use? How many different letters? Maybe now we try to get F or W, and so I would have maybe gone for a W here, and that would have actually worked if it's not quite. So yeah, it's basically just making sure that everything in your grid is being used somewhere. Just to explain to Robert. Oh shoot, I just noticed I've kept the thing for a bit longer than usual. I wasn't singing at all, so I don't know why I had that thing. Please do feel free to remind me if I've forgotten which, yeah, to change my banner, and I'll give you some points or something for reminding me in future. Do I have to? But yeah, that's the game. I don't know what people think. I'd be interested to, I don't know if anyone was playing along. I guess no one was. But yeah, it'll be really interesting to hear what Michael has to say. So that is, let's call that the end of the thing. So let's start wrapping up. And hey, don't forget to change my banner. Was just you were preempting me. That's not, you don't get points for that. Like, I just have to change it literally right now. But I appreciate the exuberance. Thank you, Alex. Anyway, so I am recapping wrap up. So yeah, it says IdleCon today. If you want to check that out, then check it out. Is Michael already streaming? If so, then I guess we're going to raid them. I've not been on Twitch yet today. Let me check on Twitch. Let me check. Oh, I thought Michael was going to start streaming. Normally, Michael's streaming at this time. What time is Michael still here? No, Michael isn't here, so I guess they must be setting their thing up. Oh, and but yeah, basically, thanks to Michael's thing, and maybe Alex or Xates can share a link to Michael's Discord. We were all inspired to make some sort of and write, which could have been a flip and write, or it could have been an exercise and write, or do your chores and write, or do some gardening and write, or in my case, read a word and write. And I feel like I'm quite happy with it. I mean, it feels easy to me in that I'm generally getting a perfect score, but it is taking a bit of brain work. It's non-trivial and was a bit too challenging for my mum and dad, which is a good sign. So hopefully, there'll be other people who it's nicely challenging for. Played it with the three of us yesterday. I played one. How many books did I play with? I played with Scary Go Round. I played with Trigger Happy. I played with this book. I played with Sate's books. So played it 4 times. I'm enjoying it. I would happily play it again. That's a good sign. I mean, I'm obviously biased though. But yeah, if there's even one person out there, maybe I'll see if... And it's like, yeah, if multiple people are playing it, then it's how the tiebreak, I think, should be at a push how many letters of the alphabet you actually manage to use. It's nothing to do with the longest words. It's nothing to do with how many 4-letter words you used. So that would mean that the game would potentially devolve into lots of 3-letter words. But yeah, it feels okay. And anyway, that is what I've been up to today. And Alex suggests that Michael is starting at 12:30 today because it's a long one again. And we've got the Discord for Michael. And so if you're in Twitch, go there and check that. Extra minus points if you only use 3+ letter words. 3+ letter words, that includes 4 letters. And do you mean extra penalty points if you only use 3-letter words? Fewest vowels, that's an interesting one. Huh. I wonder if I should just be things that are not... I mean, I am really tempted. I mean, how much... Okay, so like the way the game is, it feels like it's nice because you can just write on a bit of paper and that's what it is. And you can set it up within a few minutes. But maybe... maybe some sorts of... Yeah, how many... Is using fewer vowels... Maybe I want people to not use just S, N, T, and R is also really, really useful, and then H is also really, really useful, and L slightly less so. But certainly I would say of those 9 should not get you any bonus points. And then every other letter that you use, you get something. Maybe... I mean, I don't know if this is complicating it too much, because I quite like the idea that, anyone can draw it. You don't need to print out a sheet of paper. Like if I said, okay, these are how much each letter is worth. So if you use an X, then it's 3 points. If you use an E, then it's 3 points. If you use an F, then it's only 2 points. Then, that would be a way to do it. And by the way, what do people want me to do? Should I keep streaming for half an hour? Actually, I've got Chris potentially to chat to anyway. Maybe I can ask Chris to come on the show potentially. I mean, but yeah, Chris, when you get back, let me know. Are you up for coming on the show for a few minutes? ? Okay, we'll see what Chris says to that. And why okay, I need to type in my thing here. But yeah, should I just carry on until Michael starts? Nah, just for word length, suggests Alex. And I could at least sing the email. Really, watching me email? Yeah, well, you've been watching. Okay, well, go and eat and enjoy eating. Um, ah, no, Chris doesn't want to come on. So I'll check if Chris is okay to come back to talk though. But I guess, yeah, I need to type up the rules. I kind of typed up the rules, but yeah, it's this tiebreaker that seems like the one additional thing. Longer words, other letters, which should we use? Alex is claiming longer words because, yeah, what would I have had here? I would have had to be suit the I think that noon, and I think was everything. Yeah, this was the one that I really struggled with work. I didn't even get a perfect. But here, yeah, what were my? So I had teen, mill. Oh yeah, this one I didn't even get perfect. For all my saying that I'm constantly getting perfect. I only got perfect half the time. But yeah, that's not a range of scores. I'm either scoring 1 or 0. So let's see. Was no, where was one where I did get perfect? Okay, so this was the latest one. Read, then. Yep, I think those are literally all the things. Read, then, and that. So 3 4-letter words. Yeah, okay, maybe you get a bonus point for each word that's longer than 3 letters, because 3 letters is definitely lots easier. Maybe a bonus point for each one long, and maybe a bonus points for using a difficult thing. Huh. Maybe a bonus point for every letter you use after the. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if it's just every letter you use rather than being every letter you use after the 8th, because it's all a wash at that point. So maybe 1 point for every. So if you've got a 4-letter word, that's an extra point. If you've got a 5-letter word, that's an extra 2 points. And then should you be able to do, for example, boats? That and counts it as both boats and boats. That doesn't seem right. I am. Yeah. So I'm going to carry on, say, and well, yeah. So this is the point at which I'm thinking, yeah, this game is fine. It's fine, but what makes it better? So if you want to skedaddle, the rest of, I'm actually going to change the banner to be. Okay, I will do my bye-bye song so that just for Xate, so that Xate can go and get something to eat and not feel compelled to stay here. Here's my links. Thank you, everyone. And over to you. What are you up to? You can share anything you want to. For my next streams, look at softwarbeds.com/streams, share, spread the word. And for the moment, just for Xate, bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for modding along. Bye, 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 bye. Lovely to have you, Xate, but I hope you will enjoy eating and then be happy about the things you ate. Maybe I should just stop at this point. And but yeah, that's just for sakes. And so yeah, if anyone wants to share anything, then feel free to. And well, yeah, let's think about this game. What would ramp up the tension? Asks Alex. Well, yeah, ramping up the tension, because there's maybe you get a bonus point for not having S. It reminds me of that game Link Letters, which is over here. Where's our bits of paper gone? Oh, it's over here, where we had what we called the good words list. So we had, for example, growl, because if you do growl, then you have grow, and if you end up, okay, every single word scores multiple, then it's all about learning those particular words, which, to be fair, is not a bad thing. That's fine. Now, this is a rule that I have to work out before it's next played. Seriously, boat, B-O-A-T, and boats. What would happen? Are you only allowed to count maybe each direction? You can't have... Okay, maybe this is it. You can't have an entire word contained in another word. So you can have hat and hat. So if we had, for example, so if we had like that, that would be cat and also acts, but you can't have an entire word in something else. So you couldn't have cat and tax, for example. No, words may share letters. I think that's a key part of the game. Words can share letters, but you just can't have an entire word within one other word. Is that confusing? I don't like this idea, because I think that if it's basically a make your own word search game, then words crissing and crossing and using a couple of letters from this word into that word, that feels like part of what it's all about, making a word search. And then at the end, you end up with a little word search where someone's got lots of words. And in theory, you could even then... But no one would have boat and boats with an extra S as two separate things on a word search. But you would have boat and... sorry, I'm struggling to think of... or you might have goats and a go. Okay, cool. No, I appreciate that. I feel like I'm sticking with this. Words may not use all the letters of another word. That's one key thing. And then, yeah, that is it. So you get some number of bonus points. Let's say you get 4 letters is 1, 5 letters is 2, because you've not been able to count the 4. Maybe 5 letters should be free. Maybe 5, yeah, 5. Let's make it free for... No, is that too much? I don't know. Let's try it. Okay, so none of these numbers are fixed, but this is... Okay, so... And then... Do we need to have anything to do with trying to use other letters? Because, again, I think I could see the problem with just wanting to use the A-E-I-N-O-R-S-T, using the words like train, soars, noses, and things like that. Roberts is looking forward to trying everything earlier, just having a quick try of the rules change on mine to see if it works. All the best. Good luck. I hope that works well. And yeah, I think, let me... I feel like This, if I were Michael, this is where I would start writing stuff. What can I share my text edit? So let's put a new thing in there, and let's see if I can share that screen. No, for some reason it's only got access to my... Okay, I guess I'm making a new browser and writing it in the Google Doc. Google Docs. Okay. So ignore. Just going to put a bit of white space. And does this work? I think the official deadline has passed, says Alex. Oh. Yeah, but it was ish. I feel like the deadline is, until Michael starts the screen. Set up, draw a 5x5 grid. Components needed. Book, pen, paper. For 5x5 grid. Each turn, flip the book and find a random word. Use the word from the top left. Ignore ignore chapter headings and book titles. Write one of the letters of that word. The line dictated by the word length. For that word in line, write that letter. Three, four, five. It wraps around, so as long as games can, I will play them, says Michael. There's no such thing as an official deadline. Okay, right. One of those letters so yeah, U, 3, 4. Stay on page. Why does it ask me to move? 3, 4, 5. So for get 1, 2, and so forth. During or at the end of the game, then should I write ideally 2 colors? One for drawing letters, can be one drawing letters, writing letters. Let's do writing, one for circling. During or at the end of the game, circle each word you may. That suggests that it should be at the end of the game you make. Oh no, wait, I need. During the game, some lines will get filled. At this point, you may use one of the letters from the word, an adjacent line. Does that make sense? If an adjacent line is also you may fill, you may box, in the box, that's right or not? And I should say right. The letter is drawn, is written in one of the 25 boxes each turn. After 25 turns, after 25 turns, the game is over. I feel like I do want to have overview. So fill 25 boxes, make a word search, try to use all the letters in words of at least 3 letters in length. Unused letters score negative. You get bonus points for 4-letter or 5-letter words. Yep. And that introduces the term boxes, which seems good. And let's give it a title. Let's call it Make a Word Search. That's what it's called. So where were we? Set up each one. Use the word from the left. Ignore chapter headings and book titles. Write the letter of that word. And I will put it there. So if you may fill us in a line adjacent to that filled line. E.g., you pick the word random. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's choose randomly. 7, 8. As an 8-letter word, you would, is that definitely 8? 1, 2, 3, 4. Would normally use one of the letters on line 3. However, lines 2 and 3 are already full. In this example, you could write any of the letters from the word randomly. Do I need to specify, or is that over-explaining? I, N, D, O, M, L, or Y? Oh, so all unique letters. There we go. You could write, and maybe I should just do that. Is that over-explaining? Let's leave it with over-explaining. Any of the letters from the words randomly on lines 1 or 4. Ending. End. Oh, I'm having connection issues. That's not great. Oh, Can anyone hear me? Did I just go? Wait. At the... Oh, you can still hear me. Okay, great. Google is just trying to connect, so I'm just typing in another document. Okay, I don't know if you can see me, but at the end of the game, score 1 point for every 4-letter word, and let's go crazy. 3 points for every 5-letter word. And let's just go with positive points. You also score 1 point for each box that was used in a word, i.e. up to a maximum of 25 if you used all boxes. Because having just positive, I think, is easier than having negative and positive. That just makes arithmetic marginally easier. I don't know, but 25 is a lot to count to. Might just be easier to have. Oh. Yeah, maybe this is better. Okay. And then people feel good about having lots of points. Fine. People can have lots of points. Words can... Oh, I think I might be back. Yeah. I know it's still trying to connect on Google thing. That's not good. This is really weird. Words can run left to right, top to in any of the 8 directions. Left to right, right to left, top to bottom, bottom to top, and the 4 directions for the diagonals. Please note, words may not include an entire other word. E.g., if you score boats, you get 3 points for boats, but do not get an additional 1 point for boat. If you have, I can almost use cat and act. On a line, you can score both. Actually, is there something where there could be 2 4-letter words going in different directions? Is that a possibility? Let me try and engineer the maximum thing. Nork, Nort, Torn, Torn, Tor, Horns, Corn, Corn. Yeah, I'm trying to think of 2 4-letter words that kind of share 3 of the letters in the middle. I'm slightly struggling. I'm downloading something. I'll pause it, see if that helps. Can we loop around? Asks Yoda. I'm not sure what you mean there. Looping around, like going from the right-hand side to the left-hand side of a line, is that what you mean? Like if you had the letters... Oh yeah, no, you can't loop around. I guess I should clarify. You can not around. Each letter in a word must be adjacent to the previous letter, and the entire word must read in one direction. Hopefully that's clear. I'll add that to the second paragraph. Please note. Okay, so thanks. Okay, Michael's going to start, and Xate says happy to see the end of me. Is Google thing working again? Let me see if I can. Oh, cool. Yay, it's working. At the end of the game, score 1 point. Acts. Someone, before we finish up, help me think of 2 4-letter words that share a thing. Tone, How about TONE and Sino, Bino, ones, note, E-tone, there we go. For example, if you have E-tone on the line, score both tone and note. There, and that is my submission. And there we go. So that is that. And yeah, I thought of that tone and ones, but you really would just then want to score it as a 5-letter for 3 points. But yeah, that has been that. So yeah, back to the recap. I've just written the rules. That's been fun. Thank you to everyone for keeping me a bit of company. Again, you know, if you want to find out my links, then do that. And Bears and Friends Game Day is going to be on January the 9th. And thank you, everyone. You are all marvelous people. And I guess everyone is going to go to Idol Michael's stream, so there's not much point in talking about what we are up to. And yeah, I might upload it as a file because it's over 2,000 characters. And yeah, if anyone wants to share anything, I'm sure Michael will be happy to hear about that. He talks about all that. If you're watching this live, then I'm going to be raiding, if I recall my ancient Boggle rules, soil and oils. Oh, that works nicely. Thank you. I will write that down. Soil and oils. Although no, because again, soils, you would want to just do soils in my game because a 5-letter is 3 points, and one, I should actually point out soils, you would just, maybe I do that as a counter example. Anyway, so can I raid from here? Let's see what happens. Raid, idle, Nick L, and there we go. Well, that is the end, and so please share, spread the word. Lots of love wherever you are. I hope you're having a good time. I hope that good things are happening. So bye 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye 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 bye. And now it's time to go through. Bye 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye bye.